The moment you cross into Canada, something shifts, a subtle, welcoming change in the air. There's a sense of possibility, a gentle invitation to start anew. The border itself feels less like a barrier and more like a gateway to fresh experiences. And as you pass through, you can't help but feel a mix of nerves and anticipation. Stepping off the bus in Montreal, I was greeted by a gentle mix of English and French, and a cityscape blending old-world charm with modern design. The city buzzed with life, yet there was a calmness in the air, a sense that people here moved at their own thoughtful pace. The architecture told stories of history and progress, with cobblestone streets meeting glass towers. The pace was calmer, people made eye contact, and a stranger helped me with a bus map before I could even ask. It was a small gesture, but it spoke volumes about the culture here. In that moment, I realized that kindness wasn't just a stereotype, it was woven into daily life. This kindness set the tone. Canada's hospitality is genuine, not just polite. Locals didn't just offer directions, they shared stories, tips, and warm smiles, making me feel less like a visitor and more like a welcomed guest. It was as if the city itself wanted me to feel at home. Even in the city, lush parks and glimpses of wilderness reminded me how much Canadians value nature and community. People gathered in green spaces to relax, play, and connect, and the presence of trees and rivers made the city feel alive and balanced. It was clear that here, nature wasn't just a backdrop, it was a way of life. As the sun set on my first day, my anxieties faded, replaced by excitement and gratitude. The golden light over the skyline felt like a promise of new beginnings, and I found myself reflecting on how quickly this place had started to feel special. I arrived with a tight budget and curiosity, and already, Canada was exceeding my expectations. Every interaction, every sight, felt like a small adventure, and I realized that sometimes, the best journeys begin with uncertainty and an open heart. That first evening wasn't just the end of a travel day, it was the start of a love affair with a country that welcomed me with quiet grace. As I wandered the softly lit streets, I knew I was exactly where I needed to be, ready to discover all that Canada had to offer. Canada's beauty is a blend of breathtaking landscapes and remarkable people. It's a country where the land and its inhabitants are equally captivating, each enhancing the other in subtle, unforgettable ways. From the turquoise lakes of the Rockies, shimmering under the summer sun, to the fiery autumn hills that blaze with color just outside the city, the scenery is unforgettable. Even in winter, snow-capped mountains and frozen forests create a magical, serene world that feels untouched and pure. But it's the people who truly make Canada shine, warm, open, and quietly confident. Canadians come from all walks of life, bringing together a rich tapestry of cultures and traditions, yet they share a common spirit of kindness and respect. In a cozy Montreal bakery, the owner shared not just a croissant, but her family's story and passion for baking. Moments like these are everywhere. Whether it's a friendly chat at a local market, or a neighbor offering a helping hand, you feel welcomed and included. Canadians' respect for the outdoors is woven into daily life, fostering community and humility. Parks and green spaces are gathering places where families picnic, friends play sports, and strangers become acquaintances over shared appreciation for nature. Whether hiking along forested trails, kayaking across crystal-clear lakes, or picnicking in a sunlit park, there's a shared love for nature and a sense of belonging. Evenings often end around a campfire, with laughter echoing under the stars. The synergy between people and place is what makes Canada feel like home. There's a harmony here, between the wild beauty of the land and the gentle spirit of its people, that's rare and deeply moving. Here, you can be awestruck by a waterfall in the morning, breathe in crisp mountain air, and then share a laugh with a stranger over coffee in the afternoon. Every day brings new opportunities for connection and wonder. You leave with more than photos. You leave with memories of kindness and connection. The warmth of the people and the majesty of the landscapes linger long after you've gone, calling you back to experience it all over again. Traveling on a budget in Canada means getting creative, not missing out. With just $600 for a week, I focused on affordable transport and hostels. Booking a megabus ticket in advance saved me a fortune, and hostels offered both savings and instant community. Cooking with fellow travelers and sharing stories made every meal memorable. I shopped at local markets, picnicked in parks, and found the best poutine and bagels at hidden gems. Free activities, walking neighborhoods, hiking Mount Royal, and visiting museums on free days became the highlights. Prioritizing experiences over things, my budget felt empowering, not restrictive. The best parts of travel, connection, discovery, and joy, don't have a price tag. My journey proved you don't need to spend a lot to have a rich, authentic adventure. In Canada, simple pleasures are the real treasures. Canada feels familiar, but its subtle differences create the most memorable culture shocks. The legendary politeness is real, apologies everywhere, doors held open, and bus drivers always thanked. Bilingualism, especially in Quebec, is fascinating. Hearing English and French blend is like music. Learning a few French phrases opened doors to genuine interactions and warm smiles. Canadian food culture surprised me. Poutine won me over, and maple syrup is everywhere, from candy to cocktails. Quirky details, ketchup chips, milk in bags, add to the charm. Canadian pride is quieter than in the US, rooted in values like multiculturalism and inclusivity. The culture celebrates diversity as a strength, creating a welcoming mosaic. These differences left me with deep admiration for the Canadian way. The real culture shock? How quickly I felt at home. Some moments define a trip, and for me, they weren't at famous landmarks, but in small human connections. In a Toronto bookstore, a long chat with the owner turned into a lesson in community and passion. Wandering old Quebec City as snow fell, sipping hot chocolate in a cozy cafe, I felt pure joy and peace. A chance meeting with a fellow solo traveler led to a shared art gallery visit and a new friendship. Small acts of kindness, like a stranger paying my bus fare, captured the spirit of Canada. These moments, big and small, wove together a tapestry of memories. The real souvenirs were the relationships and kindness I found along the way. Travel is about connection, not just sightseeing. Canada's greatest gift was making me feel like I belonged. Canada is a feast for the senses, offering a vibrant blend of sights, sounds, and flavors that you simply can't miss. Whether you're a first-time visitor or a seasoned traveler, every city and town has something unique to offer, making each day an adventure for your eyes and your taste buds. Start your journey by hiking up Mount Royal in Montreal for a breathtaking panoramic view of the city's skyline. Then, lose yourself in the old-world charm of cobblestone streets in Old Montreal and Old Quebec, where every corner feels like a step back in time to Europe, but with a distinctly Canadian twist. When hunger strikes, skip the usual tourist spots and dive into local favorites. Savor a plate of poutine at La Banquise, where crispy fries, rich gravy, and squeaky cheese curds create a comforting, unforgettable dish that's beloved by locals and visitors alike. Don't forget to grab a fresh, warm Montreal-style bagel from Saint-Viateur or Fairmount. These bagels are hand-rolled, wood-fired, and slightly sweet. A true Montreal tradition that's perfect for breakfast or a midday snack. For a sweet treat, indulge in a beaver tail pastry. These delicious fried dough pastries are topped with cinnamon sugar, chocolate, or even maple spread, and are a must-try at any Canadian street market. And if you're visiting in the colder months, be sure to sample real maple syrup, especially maple taffy, made by pouring hot syrup onto fresh snow and rolling it up for a chewy, sweet delight that captures the essence of Canadian winters. Beyond food, Canada's cities are alive with creativity. Explore vibrant street art murals in Toronto and Montreal, where colorful walls tell stories of local culture and history, turning ordinary walks into open-air art tours. For a true local experience, rent a Bixi bike and pedal through the city's neighborhoods. It's a fun, eco-friendly way to see hidden gems, discover cozy cafes, and feel the city's pulse. In winter, embrace the festive spirit by gliding across free outdoor ice skating rinks, surrounded by twinkling lights and the laughter of families. Don't miss the lively winter markets, where you can sip hot chocolate and shop for handmade crafts. Some of the best experiences are free. Browse bustling public markets filled with local produce and artisanal goods, or unwind in a green city park, soaking up the laid-back Canadian lifestyle. Take a break in a cozy neighborhood cafe, where you can watch the world go by with a cup of expertly brewed coffee and maybe a fresh pastry. The real magic of Canada lies in these everyday moments, sharing laughter with friends, enjoying a spontaneous street performance, or simply soaking in the city's welcoming atmosphere. Let your senses guide you as you explore. Taste, see, and experience everything you can, and you'll discover the true flavor of Canada. one that's rich, diverse, and unforgettable. In the end, the memories you make, whether over a gourmet meal or a simple stroll, will be as rich and satisfying as any dish you try. Canada's sights and tastes are waiting to become part of your story. As my week in Canada ended, I left with a heart full of gratitude and memories. My simple plan and tight budget led to a deeper appreciation for Canada's beauty, quirks, and warmth. Travel doesn't have to be extravagant. Connection and discovery matter most. If you're dreaming of Canada, don't wait. Pack your curiosity and go. Embrace the small differences, the kindness, and the adventure. Share your own travel dreams in the comments, because the best journeys inspire others to explore. The Great White North is calling. Will you answer?